Is Israel guilty of war crimes? The people who wrote the Geneva Conventions weren't fools. They knew that to be meaningful, they had to be realistic. If they had merely said, causing the death of a child is a war crime, they would not have contributed anything to the world. Children die in war. Said differently, war itself is not a war crime. The things they did list as war crimes were so well thought out that nearly 75 years later, the Geneva Conventions are still relevant. I can give you a very long list of war crimes committed by Hamas. The taking of hostages, for example, is always a war crime. So is using human shields. But I want to focus on the concept of proportionality, because many people have accused Israel of being disproportionate in its response to the October 7 attacks. What do these people think proportionate means? That Israel should kill the exact same number of Palestinian civilians? That it should rape the same number of Palestinian women and murder a proportionate number of Palestinian children? Here's how the Geneva Conventions define disproportionate in Article 5b of the Additional Protocols. The word they use is indiscriminate, but they mean the same thing. Quote, an attack which may be expected to cause incidental loss of civilian life, injury to civilians, damage to civilian objects, or a combination thereof, which would be excessive in relation to the concrete and direct military advantage anticipated. In other words, the concept of proportionality is only relevant in relation to the military objective. Now, because Hamas uses human shields and does not wear uniforms, both of which are war crimes, and because Israel's defeat of Hamas is a legitimate military objective, Israel's response has not been disproportionate. An honest reading of the Geneva Conventions makes it clear. All of the civilian deaths in Gaza are the fault of Hamas, who incepted this war and then used its population as human shields. Israel has committed 0 war crimes. Don't be fooled.